Hello, how are you doing? My name is Steve Edwards and welcome to December 2024's EEP video blog. You know, it's been a great year, but now we're winding down, and I know these past couple video blogs that I've sent out has given some guidance on the beginning of the year and stuff like that. So there's a couple things I want to address, and this is going to be very fast. It's December, and I know that your time is precious. If you are getting updated demographics in TheraPlan, we talked about printing out the face sheet, getting all the new demographics. In years past, you always had to send those to EEP, and then EEP would go into our practice management system and change those demographics. To this year, the first full year that we can do this, you can go in and make any changes in TheraPlan that you want. You do not need to send us the face sheets. You can just go through your regular processes to get it updated in TheraPlan. If for some reason you're not in TheraPlan, you will have to send us those face sheets from another EMR that you might have, or changes in demographics. So if a patient gets new insurance and you are in TheraPlan, the way that you should do that is put the new insurance into the insurance accordion underneath that patient, and then go down to the patient cases, and let's say you have a speech and an OT, close both of those and then add new cases and put that new insurance into the lineage of insurance underneath the case. And what that will do for you is that if they're going from Blue Cross and Blue Shield to Cigna, it's going to close the case with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and you'll open up another one with Cigna. And that means that all of your documentation that was billed to Blue Cross and Blue Shield will be under that Blue Cross and Blue Shield case that is now closed, and all the new dates of service will go under the case for Cigna. So if you're ever audited or anything like that, you're going to know just by looking at the case that all of those dates of service that are under encounters under that case are going to that insurance. And that is really the way that you should do it all the time. I know some people just go into the case and change the insurance. That is fine, and it will be functional that way, but it would be better to close it out and start a new one. I hope, you did get a raise. Congratulations. And those are, for the most part, hitting the EOBs or ERAs. And not all insurances have gone back and reprocessed from 10/1, so we're still working through that. EEP will take care of that for you. You will get, obviously, the money, the bonus, the difference between the old and the new rates will be put on usually a single ERA, and we will process that for you, and you'll get that extra money into your bank account. So hopefully in the next 30 days, you're going to see some additional monies get paid to your clinic. So that will be great news. In the last newsletter, I did ask everybody to contact your rep and find out what your reimbursement's going to be. I think that we're going to have many clinics, hopefully not in the EEP community, but throughout Florida, that is going to be very surprised when they see their first payment from Sunshine MMA, not Sunshine CMS Title 19, but the MMA. Now that they've taken it back from ATA, you are going to revert back to the last contract. And that was many years ago, 5, 6, 8 years ago that this was happening. So you might not remember what your reimbursement was. So I do think that you should reach out to Sunshine, your rep, and if they are not responsive, and I know that they're not very responsive with the reps, contact provider relations and try to find out what your reimbursement's going to be. We will be alerting anybody that is under 100% in January when we start seeing those payments come through. We are going to alert you that say, hey, you are 80% of Medicaid rate, so you can contact Sunshine, try to negotiate up. Unfortunately, they have not been willing to do that. but you should be able to get out of the Sunshine MMA and not be a provider for Sunshine MMA, but stay in for CMS Title 19. Sunshine might tell you that you can't do that, but by ACA, you are allowed to do that. So at that point that they tell you you cannot drop the MMA and stay CMS Title 19, you would want to do an ACA complaint and get some clarity on what your rights are. If EEP handles your authorizations, you will have already received this information, but we have gotten from their authorization department when you are going to need authorization. So inside of this newsletter, we have made it accessible to everybody. So take a look at it and understand that if the plan of care ends before 3/1, you need to get a new authorization. And if it ends after 3/1, you need to get a new authorization on 3/1. But there's some information in this newsletter that really kind of spells it out on what you should be doing. I'd like to thank everybody. We got a couple baskets and some popcorn, and just thank you so much for sending that to EEP. And we appreciate the recognition. You know, many of you, we've been together for 10, 15, 20 years, and you know, every year you're so gracious, and you know, you feed the EEP employees here. So again, I just want to extend a thank you for doing that. EEP will be closing early on Christmas Eve, and we will be closed Christmas. I know that many clinics are closed next week, and very limited schedule the week between Christmas and New Year's. EEP will be here. We will be January 1st. We will be closed that day, but every other day that week we will be open and ready for business and processing your claims. You know, EEP has not missed a cycle in 34 years of our existence. So I can tell you, we've been through a lot of Christmases, a lot of New Year's, and your billing and your ERAs and your payments and all that good stuff are going to be done on schedule and on time. So Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, just happy holidays to everybody. I hope you have great family time. And EEP is trying to ensure that our employees are having great family time, which is why we're closing a little bit early on Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas, and I will be talking to you in January. Bye-bye.